cabinet time. And counters. We're doing counters too.
Well, cut these wires first up here. Label them so we can.
Oh, you already took out the...
You know what? I don't think I have to cut them to take it down. Yeah, I took the radio out. It's in here.
So how are we going to get it off this thing?
Take screws out.
Oh, screwed on. I thought we were going to have to cut it. That makes it easier.
Might need to end up getting a light. Oh, here's one of the things I was going to cut right now.
That way we can see. We're going to try to relocate the stereo
I don't know, we'll see.
somewhere else. Be nice to be able to use that since it's Bluetooth.
For now, I'm just cutting these two. They don't have to be labeled because they're black and white for this minute. Okay, so yeah, that was one of the double things you can do.
Stupid.
Oh, well,
Don't do that, folks. Something not to do. The heck.
This 12-volt power that runs through these lights, I'm not worried about it, to be honest with you. Just a spark. These are 12-volt lights, so it's not like it had 110 running. And then these will have to be cut in length.
Is that all for the stereo, or one was for the light?
This is all for the stereo. And, well, yeah, those two wires right there went to the light, so obviously that means that that black and that white is power, 12-volt power. For things.
Is it safe to just leave it open like that?
Yeah, I mean, if I touch the two together, I'll get a spark and probably blow a fuse. No, I won't touch the two together.
Oh, yeah, kind of have them hanging together.
This is fine. These will just fall out the back.
How's it
Good,
hooked?
that's not hooked in.
How's it hooked here?
Let me take the, there's no reason for it to be any heavier than it has to be, so we'll take the doors off.
Save the doors in case. I'd save the piece in case we run into a problem or something we could use it for.
I could totally see reusing the doors for the couches, but it's not really enough. If we had one more door or two more doors, you know, it would be the right distance. Now, one more door would be the right distance over here. 1, 2, 3 would have been perfect.
I don't know how it's hooked down here. I don't see any screws.
It's in between those two panels. It's hidden. Yeah, there's an extra panel sitting right here. I'll have to pry it out of there.
Just want to try not to hurt the wall.
Right. So it's screwed into that wall at the end. So I need to pull this panel out of here before I do anything else. It's just stapled in there. Looks like it only goes to that.
Oh, now we see the screws.
So there's screws going into the ceiling, there's screws going into the wall. This down here don't weigh anything, so I'm going to go ahead and pull those screws. When this whole thing isn't going to weigh all that much, but at some point I'm gonna need you to, you know, either you put your shoulder underneath it and hold it until all the screws are out so they can just come down in one piece. Carefully. There's all that. On here, this has got a false panel in it too. I gotta pull out.
It's not screwed to the ceiling.
It is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I see it now.
Makes sense it'd be here for the braces in the ceiling. Bad feeling that they poked 2 holes in the ceiling here. It looks like they missed on the first one and then moved it. Trying to make sure that they're all out because otherwise we're gonna, when we remove it, it's gonna try to pull. 2 screws up in there holding this up on this end, and 2 screws holding it to this cabinet. That's the only thing holding the thing up on at this point. That balance is actually fairly strong, so I can probably just hold it right here and take it apart. Twin screw. Two screws.
I can hold this end.
Not
Just
missing
in case.
anything. I might feel it should be looser than that for me.
Well, I'll just hold it for now. Oh yeah, I see a screw you missed.
Where?
Right in the middle, top, middle, left.
Oh yeah, ceiling. That's why it wasn't loose there. Okay, that should be loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't let down on it because I don't have these.
It's fine.
I don't have these wires ready. Plus, don't let 2 of them touch you. I don't know what that was.
Screw.
Just call it wires, I guess. Just want these in here because they'll fall right out the backside like nothing. But if they're through this, we're going to be losing them. Okay, we got 1 more screw and the whole thing should just come right down. It ain't heavy, so don't
I know.
overkill it. Weighs like probably 10 pounds. A little more than a gallon of milk. The balance is actually hooked to it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. FYI. Okay, well, do you want me to just hold this in the air? That's what it looks like. Removed. Cabinet gone. Got some holes to patch.
You can clean up that was like, looked like stain from the cabinet.
Looks like I can clean that off, but
And then these, I can push these in so they're not sticking out and we'll just fill the
touch
holes.
those. Not too many.
Yep. Or we
1,
could put,
2, 3, 4, 5.
since they go right in boards, we could put a white screw right back in them and it would fill the hole and it would hold the ceiling from being so loose.
Yeah.
Because it normally has that there holding it. So
Well,
these have it.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, like this, that one actually is loose. So we could put a white screw back in every hole. And it would cover the holes in.
Okay. Taking out this hook. gonna have to take it out as one whole piece, or?
I'm hoping I can take it out in one piece. I'm not quite understanding what's holding it. That side's completely loose. This side, I
Yeah, you know what's a shame in the sunlight here now? I can see this outline of where the dinette was up against the,
Yep.
see it?
Fortunately, the mattress is going to cover almost all of that.
Now that I noticed it, that's all I see. Right there. Comes up, comes that way. I'll figure out something there. Could reuse that maybe for something. Piece of the wall. All these components.
I'm missing something. Something I'm not seeing.
It's still attached somehow?
Something's still attached. This end is the only one I'm having a problem
To the
with.
floor? Seems like it's attached to the floor somehow.
I wonder if by some chance they got a screw toenail. I don't know why they would do it.
How this thing is connected. If you remove one of these sofas in this model up against the cabinet here, there's a screw hidden underneath this brace holding it up against this cabinet.
So now I gotta try to get to the back screw somehow. Front one's easy.
We were hoping to take it out in one piece, but
Well,
gotta
I can
take the
screw
top
this.
bracket off.
I can screw this right back on afterwards, so that won't matter.
What do you like?
I don't know how. That's how they got it. This one's in a pretty awkward position. And I can't see what I'm doing to try to do it. Wonder, nah. There must be another angle at that screw that I can't see.
You're covered in dirt. Bug dirt. There's a gap behind it when it's down.
Looks like if I had a really long bed, I could go down in there.
Oh, there's a light here. You can see a little better.
And pick your end up. Okay, set it down. On the board there. Okay, as you come hold this in. I'll break that one. Just hold this. And I'll get that screw out and we'll put that leg back on. See it right here? Hidden screw. Now I need the other screw, the other one of these white. We're gonna have here, there's a board that goes all the way to that end. If you grab the board and the cushion like this, we'll stand it right up like that. Does that make sense? Wobbly stuff. Bring it this way. Okay, now we're trying to just do this. Get the board under there and get the top of the cushion like this, so it stays closed. Okay?
Removing countertop. Back plate screwed in.
I can see there's no plate there at the end.
There's a pipe. You can't just rip it out.
Be disconnected, so I'll have to get holes for it. That is, looks like that is all that's holding it in, so I just gotta get some wrenches. I want to say that this whole thing comes out. Feels like it's stuck at the bottom. Yep.
So what's under this box here?
What box? The wheel well.
Yeah.
2 sets of tires on each side, same thing over there.
Oh, I see it.
That's why we talked about her bed has to be at least that high up.
Yeah. There,
Yeah.
Okay.
That down in there is clean, so it probably doesn't have anything on it, but I don't know for sure. There's that. Good news. No.
So, got that out.
Looks to me like it's gonna be glued. Gonna be like nothing. Looks like it's say the screws in the back that can be removed. But the rest of this, I have a bad feeling that there's no screws to take the countertops out. That's how well these are built.
Quality. Press board. Faux marble. Faux marble or granite. I guess it's supposed to look like marble.
So
And it is caulked here, so you have to cut that.
I just said that a minute ago. I'll have to cut that with a razor. Our countertop will be thicker than this, so that ain't gonna matter. Fortunately, in here you got a lot of space upwards, so you can do any faucet you want.
Yeah.
I just got a bad feeling that something may happen to one of these panels when I try to remove this top. Which that one wouldn't matter because we're going to put a wall there. But at the other end it matters. You know what I mean? Only we're...
Let's take it little by little. Try not to damage anything.
So when we put in the new sink, all I'll have to do is go from it to wherever your pipe is, which will hopefully be. We don't want to get in the way of the drawers. There's a ton of wasted space above the drawers in
I
there.
know. She's free. freewheeling. Man, that's a lot of glue.
This is actually fairly deep.
I might
It's
keep
small.
it, actually, so that's why I said don't
I didn't run it.
ruin it, because I may just suck it up and use it. Man, what is all this
Buddy,
globular?
seals it. We don't need to pull it off though.
Why does that look like it's not attached anymore? I think there's a gap right there.
That's
On the door
no.
somehow.
It's so crooked. It's
just
hilarious.
like, yeah, it's
Look,
like, what the heck?
it's so.
Look at the crookedness of the drawer.
I don't.
Like this one's like,
I see.
on an angle.
I don't know why they did that. I mean, it works.
As long as it works.
Look, stuff needs to be tightened up
Yeah,
big time
it
before
needs
we.
a screw here.
Yeah, it needs another screw there. One. They do things so cheap. Like the sink had these clamps that were supposed to hold it in place. They just put 2 in the front. There's supposed to be 2, 4, 6, 8 of
Yeah,
them.
where's
holding
the
sink
quality
down
check
and all
on
they
this, Jayco?
do- Yeah.
Come on, people, do your job right. You didn't think we'd find this?
If they have a hardware kit for this camper, they probably have about 400 screws left over when they're done.
Cutting corners.
Throw that down there for now.
Are you
And in
thinking?
their advertisement, they say that this will hold like 75 pounds or something like that. It hardly holds itself. The screws are falling out.
Look if it holds a silverware. Oh. This is just sitting on the.
I think that silicone was an afterthought, but because it cut through like nothing just now.
Probably for water.
There's your water that you were wondering where it was coming from. Trap's full of it. You could take a bag, like a Ziploc bag of air, squeeze it around it and push, and then get rid of that if it's bothering you. Or you put a bucket under it and take the trap out and it'll be gone. Probably take less time to do that, really. Alright, check out those 2 screws. These are harder to get to, so they probably didn't bother to put, oh yeah, 1 screw. All I need to know is what you want. So, do you want your countertop to be a little bit bigger?
No.
Maybe we can come out another inch.
I don't want to come out any further.
Okay, well if you want to come out exactly this, then so be it. Then we cut the other one that way. Do you want rounded corners, or you just want a square corner?
Square. I don't like
Square,
round.
right, and then this one comes past this, so we don't want that because we want to put a wall in here for the bed, so this one will be even smaller.
What am I going to put here anyway?
Nothing. A coffee cup?
Let me cook my vegetables. Oh, that's why we're building a countertop thing over here. We'll have extra counter space.
So it looks like it's held in by staples, and I'm just going to tap all the way around everywhere, little by little, until it pulls off and we can throw it outside on the ground where it belongs.
You want this?
Yeah, it makes me feel like Thor.
That was easy.
Not the hardest countertop I've ever seen to remove. Only thing
Tap
that's
it
stuck
down.
is this one.
Voila.
This already didn't meet up. I don't know why they didn't just build one piece, make it nice. It's so ugly.
Cutting corners. This random piece of wallpaper.
It didn't need to go any further, so that's all I care. Don't pull on that. Pull the wall apart. The seam.
I know, just weird.
Look ugly.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Chuck it.
Cabbage.
Chuck pile.
I, for your own sake, these things will each tear you up. So until I get a chance to get something to do, well, I guess I can.
Alrighty.
Where's my screwdriver at?
So what were you, say again what you're gonna do with the boards? I didn't get that.
I have to put a support in here. So support there before we put the countertop
Support
in.
there.
Yeah.
Support here.
The support here. And a support there, obviously, for the new countertop. But they use these little teeny strips. As you can see, this whole panel's put against that wall with one screw. Right in the center, so the whole thing is just, there's nothing. It's weak as can be.
This panel was up right here under this stove oven.
Blocking the rest of the space here
Yeah, just
and in the back.
Cutting this off.
Just because there's a...
You take it out
Now you got more space.
and it opens it up, and you just got to see this one tube, pipe, whatever. What's that back there?
It looks like someone picked up their dog poop and left it in here for you. No,
Trash bag.
that's an extra bag.
Dog poop.
I was just joking. Well, look how it's shaped. It looks like there's a dog turd in it.
Yeah, now I have a lot more space
A
to
lot
put
more
pots
space.
and pans.
Just because of a pipe. I'd rather just see that pipe. It's virtually indestructible unless you're hitting it with kitchen knives. You're not going to hurt that.
You know what I was thinking? For when we take this thing off the floor, the phalange thingy that held,
phalange.
whatever
A
it's called.
phalange's a finger.
This thing, this plastic pipe holder.
It's called a flange.
There's the wallpaper is on the floor in areas like this, and we can take it out of an area that you're never going to see it and cut it to fit
Oh, I see what you're
and
thinking.
glue it in there.
We'll talk about
I think that would look good.
We'll see, because
Unless my rug covers it, and then, but
phalanges.
like underneath the mattress. That sink, I'm getting rid of.
Small spaces in here.
You're gonna
Take
put
the
it back
door off.
on though, right?
Yeah, questions.
You're gonna put it back on when you're done. Ooh,
I'll
free
think
toilet
about it.
paper.
Ain't got no poop on it.
That's super good. And they
And no air freshener is what I'm guessing that is. Yeah. Yep, it smells a little bit.
Grandpa Gus's house pouch.
Mm.
House pouches.
I'll take one of those.
Kind of faded. Rid of it. Now, if that leaks, that's right on that press board. I should have brought
Is
it.
my drill not in there?
It's on top.
Oh, sticking in your
One.
This faucet right now.
Ugly.
Okay.
I don't like that
Ugly?
color. I want black. And I want a different kind of faucet anyway.
Can't cut back there. So the glue they put it in with is stronger than the wood. No, actually, it doesn't matter anyways. We're replacing that. That's why.
Oh. Yeah.
Fortunately, what we're doing is replacing this, or else I never would have yanked out like that, obviously.
Demo.
First, let me cut that caulking just in case it peeled the wall.
Careful. The cabinets. Alright. Like a pry bar.
Small camper, small pry bar, otherwise known as a screwdriver.
Careful of that wall. It's moving quite a bit. Finally. That one was a little bit harder.
Well, it's not exactly one staple in it. Take a look.
Yep. A lot of staples. Let's remove this marble end table.
Marble. Solid marble. Maybe not so easy.
I need some light. See, they make these campers so dark. It's gonna be so much lighter when I'm done.
Wonder why this one's built so much better. It doesn't want to come out.
All right.
I busted it up now. It's coming out.
Well, that's attached to that side thing. You might want to go outside and open
Look
the
up,
door
see if
on
there's
each
something.
end. That's
I'm gonna
going.
look up
There
at
might
it.
be screws or
I'll be right
something.
back.
Yeah.
Is this where that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tap on it. It's right.
Yeah. Well, I need my hammer.
He's outside. He's out there. Just don't want to hit the panel itself.
Yeah, the panel's falling apart.
I
mean, you know, they're just panels, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I see this gap right
I
here.
need the screw gun.
Screw gun.
You don't want to peel off of those boards, so
I don't like this gap. Well, when we paint it, we can caulk that. Oh, that. The whole thing is moving. I didn't want to destroy the whole structure.
Rebuild it.
Maybe we should just painted it.
Too late. Our torque piece is broken.
Gosh. Peeling. Falling in. Jeez Louise. Like 5 million staples.
Hello!
The things they do. Even this to me is kind of a waste of space. I'll show you what I mean if you come in. We could redo this. Where your head is all the thing was here. Well, this is a waste of storage space right here.
No, I mean this whole thing is storage. I mean, if you're worried about that last little bit, there could be a drawer up here. You know what I mean? Like if you're only going to put stuff in that's this tall.
Well, do you need to ever put in anything higher? I mean, it can only come this high anyway.
Yeah,
I guess.
No, you really don't need to. So if you needed a space there, we could definitely create it out of a piece of the. Well, we'll figure that out.
That one seemed like it came off better.
I knew what I was doing this time.
I'm recording this thing right here. The pieces we added to give board structure from working. So we are getting ready to install the side tabletops. We removed the old faux marble ones and we're installing, I think it's just pine board. Or it could be a hardwood, I'm not sure, he would know. They could warp, so he added structure, as you saw, to the boards. We're going to stain them eventually. For now, we're just putting them in raw, and we'll stain them later as we get down to that part. He's just making a quick adjustment.
I'll sand this off and make it look nicer later, but for now, I'm just trying to get it to fit. Okay, do you want to record this thing or not?
Yeah, I am. I'm already recording. Snug fit.
With the wall moves like that.
It's fine. It looks good.
I'll caulk it in.
Yeah. It'll look good.
Alright, and we get started on the next one.
Right, so update on the countertops. We got the ones in the bed done. Next to the bed, I mean. Those get stained, sealed. Here's the bathroom. Turn the light on. And we're doing a vessel sink, the spout. And this will get stained and sealed. And just finished cutting holes out for sink and stove. We replaced the double factory sink that came in here with a deeper single sink. So that'll be nice. A new faucet coming today. We'll stain and seal this. While he's doing that, we have this over here, extra counter space. This is where the sofa was. We're gonna build cabinetry underneath here to enclose the components. Some open shelving and some doors as well. The doors are actually gonna be the ones we removed from up here. We're gonna reuse those, the cabinetry under here. So, I'll show you that as we come along. Stove fits, and so there's a gap here. This countertop's thicker than the original, so we're gonna have to use a piece of wood to close that in. And we're painting this cabinet anyway, so once it's painted, you won't notice that. Alrighty. Yeah, because you need to be able to screw that plate to it, right? Just moving that one a little bit. Box unveiling, kitchen faucet. Ooh, I like it. From Amazon. Confused how this is supposed to look. I don't know if this is the one I like. Where's the top part? It bends over. Isn't there supposed to be a top part that bends over?
What are you talking about? That goes in there.
I know, but I thought it had more of a structure bar top, you know? I just not seen it right. Okay. Ours doesn't look quite like that, does it? Maybe it does.
A weight that goes on this thing.
Yeah, right there.
That's how that'll go. Then there's a plate. We'll cover that.
And this is for the other hole, the soap pump dispenser.
No.
Looks good.
There's stuff on it.
So today we are framing in underneath the extra counter we built where the sofa was. We have a piece of butcher block left over we're going to use as the exposed shelving on the left, and he's going to put hinges on it so we can still access the hot water heater underneath it if we ever have any issues. And then 2 doors here with a panel that lifts out to access the furnace. Daytime. Sorry, I cannot really record as he's working because it's a little tricky. Let's try to shut this. Alright, so as you can see, the microwave's sitting on the bed. The reason for that is because I saw a video where somebody had had a little cubby shelf above the microwave, so we decided let's take out the microwave and see if there's some free space up there, and sure enough, big old wasted space up in here. Perfect for small little things. So he's adding a shelf right above the microwave for me, and I get extra storage space. Bonus, something they don't tell you when you buy a camper. I mean, just tons of wasted space. It's mind-boggling when they build these things. But FYI, if you have a microwave in your camper and it's just a straight slide-in microwave, you got a wasted space behind this upper panel. Pop it out, it's just stapled in, the panel's stapled in, pop it out, and he's putting in a board and shelf for me, so I have an open shelving right there. And then I thought, well, you know what, it's probably going to be the case above the refrigerator. Well, yes and no. There was wasted space, however, there is a panel back here, and there was some insulation. The insulation was actually stuck to the side walls, so we pulled that down and put it on top. We're going to put a board on top of the insulation and encase this. And this is the cabinet that's done. This is where the sofa was. These are the cabinet doors that we reused from the opposite side right here. We took down. These panels can be lifted to access the furnace and other components as needed. And so, tons of storage space. We put in a little AC vent so it gets the airflow there. Before it was just, as you remember, it was just encased with plywood box with a little black screen vent on the front, which was ugly. So this looks much better. Of course, we'll be painting this. This will be painted white, staining the butcher block, and we'll be staining with, this was a remnant butcher block piece from the sink. So we'll be staining that, staining the top, painting the inside 2 walls white because the cabinetry here is all going to be white. So that'll tie in, and I'll have a big old space there to put a big basket or whatever, you name it. I thought about splitting the space in 2 with a shelf. He didn't really like that idea, so I don't know if that's going to happen, but I do have a really big basket that would fit there and look cute, so I think I'll just leave it as is. But yeah, he did an awesome job on that, so let's get a view of that right there. See what you can gain when you remove the uncomfortable sofa out of your RV. So now, because I really have no countertop space between the sink and the stove here, just little skinny pieces, nothing to be able to chop vegetables or do anything. We are going to keep the butcher block piece that was cut out for the stove and make it to go on top of the stove. So if I want to prep something, I could put the butcher block on top of here and I will have that space. But all I have to do is just turn, come over here, and I have all this surface prep here. So that'll be nice. And I got a new black shower head. It comes up higher than the original one. The original one was like to here maybe and kind of flat against the wall. This one has 3 different notches positions, so this will reach the top of your head a lot better, and it's a matte black color. Start stop button, and the hose will come down, and I haven't got this piece yet in the mail. Amazon, but once it comes, this will be replaced with a black one. The one I bought does not have the tub spout. I don't need it. This is like a tub made for a baby. No full-size adult can take a bath in this, so there's no reason for a spout. If I need to clean the bathtub, I'll use the shower head wand to come down here and clean it. I mean, so, and plus, the only ones I could find that had the spout look like this. They're just the ugly old, you know, factory RV ugly stuff. So mine just is a matte black and has just 2 handles, and then it has the spout for the connection for the hose is actually on the top of mine. So it'll look more like this. This hose is a little extra, so it did come with this bracket that I can put on the wall to try to get it out of the way, because this is a lot longer than it needs to be. As you can see, we're gonna have to figure that out, the hose length. But so then this ugly thing will be gone in the next couple days. We aren't doing anything to the shower. It is a little yellowed and ugly. That's a project for another day down the road. It's in perfect condition, besides the fact that it's just a little bit peeled away from the wall. They use sticky tape, I guess, to hold this against it. He's gonna fix that and caulk it in to make sure no water gets down there behind the walls. I don't know why they don't go to the roof, the ceiling with these panels. It's stupid. Come on, people. When you're building these campers, go to the ceiling with the panel and caulk it in. When you're taking a shower, it's gonna get moisture up there, whether you're splashing it or just from the moisture from the heat. I mean, ridiculous what they don't think of. It wouldn't cost you that much to go another, what, maybe foot? Not even. Anyway, I took down the frame. There was an ugly dark wood frame that matched the trim going around the mirror. It was just stapled to the wall. So I took that off, and now this mirror is no doubt 2-sided sticky taped to the wall. So we're gonna have to gently pry that off. Any damage back there is gonna get covered with the new mirror that I bought. It's like a mirror / medicine cabinet. Very cool looking. So it's gonna fit perfectly there. We got the sink today, measured the hole cutouts for the faucet and the sink. I'll show you that later. It's a rectangular white vessel bowl sink, and a matte black faucet. And so that's gonna look great. And this is all painted, stained, and done. I got some hooks to put up on the wall here for towel hanging, and originally the door's not in, the door's on the bed over here, but as you can see, the inside of the door, it's so dark here, the inside of the door is where they mounted the toilet paper holder, which is practical in a way. However, as you can see, there is not much standing space in here. So if you're standing in here and you shut the door right here, that toilet paper holder sticks out, and I mean, it's interfering with this little space you have to begin with. So I got a more flush, flat mounted toilet paper holder. It'll just come out as far as big as the toilet roll is, and I think I'm going to mount it about here. That way you're not hitting your head on it when you're sitting on the toilet, yet still easily reachable. So I'll show you that when I get it. Alright, so we have the wall up dividing the kitchen to make the bunk beds on the other side. As you can see, still plenty of walking space through here to the back. And we put a little piece of, sorry, let me get the camera going. Where's the trim piece?
Yeah, it disappears.
Oh, yeah. There's a piece of trim connecting the walls, but hard to see. That's how good it blended in, so that's nice. We're going to paint this black to match the black bottom, black both sides, and we're going to trim this out right here with a piece of wood that will be staining. And this is the other side where the bunk beds are going to go. First one is down. We made 30-inch wide beds for our girls, which we did a lot of talking about that, and that would be a good size for them. We tested it out with them. I tested it out myself. We bought a used metal bed frame, and he cut it to fit. I think this is 70 inches long, 72. He would know. But anyway, cut that to fit, put the board in, and so we just got to find another metal bed frame, and we'll make the second one on the wall. And there is a little bit of storage under here. I don't think I could put a Tupperware bin under here, but I can slide things in and out, skinny things, maybe like board games, shoes, things like that. So I do get a little bit of storage under this bed. So we're just waiting, checking Facebook Marketplace right now for a metal bed frame. That's the next thing we need to continue to finish this. And then we have two nice wood boards we're going to put across the front to cover the metal, and staining those, same stain as we'll be doing the countertops and everything. So that's where we're at right now. When we get the second bed frame, I'll show you it up, and then we'll get on trim, and then to staining, and then painting, and it'll be done. And time for the fun part, decorating. So the bunk beds are built, bottom and upper. And now we're on to painting. Quick update, I failed to record this as he was doing it. Let me turn the lights on. So, we're prepping for painting, but before we did, we had this issue right here. There was a big hole in the paneling with all these wires, tons of wires coming out of it right about here. So that was for the stereo system that runs the outside speakers and inside speakers. And we wanted to keep this because it is Bluetooth, and it'd be nice to be able to connect our devices to it and play music when we're camping. So we had to come up with an idea. Fortunately, we had a piece of the wall paneling, a real long piece, and he kept one, and it was the right size we needed. So he cut the wall paneling, as you can see right here, and we pulled the wires up to the very top instead of coming out right here, and fit this panel piece in place. Right now screws are holding it in because it was caulked and glued in. Those screws will be coming out and we'll be filling them. That's the other update. We decided we are going to paint all of the walls. Originally we were going to keep the wallpaper and I was just going to work with it, but there was just so many screw holes from things, especially over in this area, because as you recall, the cabinets were on this wall. So there's just tons of screw holes everywhere where they used to have the TV bracket, gigantic holes here. just this whole section had so much going on, and we were going to be painting the trim anyway, so the more we thought about it, the more we thought it would be easier just to paint all the walls and have a fresh start. So we're going to do that. And so when we go to paint, he's going to remove the screws, fill them with spackle, smooth it out. And I mean, you're going to see these lines, but there's already these tape pieces up, and you're going to see that when we paint anyway. So I'm not worried about that. So then the idea for the wires and the stereo, we had to come up with, okay, well, how are we going to connect the stereo? So he right now is building a cabinet, like a wall cubby, I guess you could say, that's going to come about 6 inches down from the ceiling and connect to the wall. And this is going to be in the center of the cubby, and then there's going to be like 2 cubbies on each side where my daughter can put little knickknacks or books or whatever. We are going to do it 30 inches long. So from about, there's a screw right here in the window. So I measured from like that screw to the other screw to try to center it with the window. So it's going to be 30 inches long by 6 inches tall. The stereo will be centered in the middle, and then 2 open cubbies on each side of the stereo. And it's up high enough where she's not going to hit her head on it or anything. And so I think that'll look good. Originally we were going to stain it, but with the wood we had left over, we didn't really want to go purchasing more. We have so much left over. So we're going to use this furniture grade plywood. We had a lot of this left over, and it's not really stainable, but we can paint it. So we're just going to paint it to match the wall, and it'll blend in. So I think that'll look really nice. But that's our DIY fix. So if you ever come into this issue where you remove cabinets and you have exposed wires and you don't know what to do, this is one idea for you. This is what's working for us. You may not like it. You may have better ideas. If so, let me know. But I'll show you what this all looks like in the end, obviously, when it's all painted and done. Tomorrow's paint day. Tomorrow's painting walls, getting all the walls painted, and seeing how far we get with the cabinets. But yeah, we got all the countertops stained. They're out of here right now, so they don't get any paint on them. All the walls are getting painted white to match the most of the cabinets. This is getting painted black. Just the kitchen bottom one is getting painted black. We're painting these bottom pieces black, top white, and in the kitchen, in the bathroom, this cabinet will be black as well. And this wall that we put in, this side's going to be black, the other side white. And these will be white, the uppers. So I think it'll look good. We will trim out the door when we're done painting. We already have the wood for that, and it'll be stained to match the countertops. So that'll look nice. Right now I'm inside sewing curtains for these 2 front windows. I already had 2 curtains on hand. I just need to do some hemming, and so I'm working on that now. And I already have all the curtains. The other day I had curtains left over that I bought for an inside project in my house, and I had just enough to do all the windows in the back. So the only thing I can't do a curtain for is this small section of window here with the bunk, because her mattress is a 6-inch memory foam, so it's going to come up to, let's say, about here. So there's not very much window, not enough to really justify a curtain. Plus I don't want to accidentally ripping a curtain off the wall since it's right at bed level. So we are going to get a real thin piece of board, kind of like the board we used for the front of the cabinets here. And we're going to cut it to fit, and I'm going to put fabric over it, and so at night when she wants privacy or to block sunlight, it can be slid in, popped into that window, and then it can be removed. That's our concept for now. We'll see how that turns out. I'll show you that as well, but that'll be towards the end when everything's painted and done and we're ready to get into decorate mode. And so that's the latest update. And oh yeah, and the door, the bathroom door, I'm painting that black as well. Forgot to tell you that. They had a toilet paper holder on the door, which I didn't like, so excuse me. So we're gonna fill those holes, paint this whole door black, and yeah, it should look good. Can't wait to see it painted and get rid of this horrible dark cabinetry. So hideous. All right, till the next update. is my favorite camper remodel we have done. It's just beautiful. This is how camper companies need to do it. There's no time to be bored in a world as beautiful as this. So that turned out perfect.